What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Today I got some interesting news. I've been seeing a lot of speculation, guys. A lot of speculation as far as Derrick Rose possibly returning back to Chicago. This is really interesting, guys. And for you Bulls fans in particular, if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more content of this upcoming season as far as new signings, breaking news, and a lot of trade deals regarding Chicago. I'm going to be covering all of it. So, be sure to subscribe, guys. I definitely want to, be able to communicate with you guys and talk sports, man. Talk basketball with you guys. So with you Bulls fans, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. But today, guys, today is an interesting topic because Derrick Rose, this conversation of Derrick Rose possibly returning to Chicago has been in the talks, I would say, within the past 3 years. With Derrick Rose being at the twilight end of his career, I definitely see, the Knicks, they have a team option of Rose for about $15.6 million, and I don't think the Knicks are going to pick up that contract, and I can see Derrick Rose being a free agent. And just with the Knicks, he had a good run with the Knicks, as far as, being able to mentor some of the younger groups, some of the younger players. And now I just think it's time for Rose to move on from the Knicks. Well, the Knicks are going to move on from him, just so, the Knicks can develop Bronxton and Emmanuel quickly and those players. So now it's looking like, Derrick Rose has an opportunity to be able to play in Chicago. And I want to know how you guys feel about that. I think it'll be pretty cool just because, again, Rose, I think he's at that point in his career where he's looking towards retirement, and I can see this being a farewell year for him of this upcoming season if he were to partake in coming back to Chicago. Again, there's so much love there, and I guess the biggest question mark is what role will Rose really play? I think that position at the point guard position is wide open. And I'm not saying that Derrick Rose should be the starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls, but I am saying that there are some gaps as far as, the Bulls, as far as at the point guard position and at the center position. With Lonzo Ball's knee injury, I don't think he's going to come back this upcoming season. So it's looking like, with Kobe White, will the Bulls offer him a contract to stay in Chicago? That's something that has to remain to be seen. But I still think Derrick Rose, if he was to come, I think he can contribute to this team right away. As far as possibly being, probably the third point guard on the bench. Due to injuries and stuff, he could always, chip in and be that backup point guard here and there, depending on who's injured. But I do think that Rose can really contribute to Chicago, and I don't want to come off and say he's going to elevate this team. I don't think Rose coming to Chicago is going to make us contenders. But I do believe Rose will be a substantial point guard that can, be able to fill in the second unit and contribute and make things happen offensively for his teammates around him. Rose is at a point in his career where he's all about winning. Rose doesn't really care about, chasing the bag and getting this much money and everything else. He just wants to play for a team that wants to win. And Rose has always been about winning throughout his career, and that's what makes him a great player. But the one downside thing I will say about Rose as well is, my big thing about Chicago is we need more three-point shooting, and I think adding Rose, I think that he could be a liability as far as being a three-point shooter, and I think the Chicago needs to add more depth at shooting. So I would feel at the point guard position, at the small forward position, I think we need more three-point shooting. And I just don't think Rose will elevate us on that level, just because Chicago, we are one of the we're the worst ranked team as far as 3-point attempts and 3-point makes, and that's something that has to improve because this NBA league is a 3-point shooting league, and you have to be able to have players that can knock down shots at the guard position, at the wing position. We got bigs that shooting threes. So but outside of that, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to just hear you guys' thoughts on Rose possibly returning to Chicago. It is a huge possibility. I'm calling it right now. I think it's a 60% chance Rose could land himself back in Chicago if everything goes right. But I do think the Knicks aren't going to pick up that team option deal, and I think Rose will be a free agent, and I think the top priority for him would probably be going back to Chicago, and that could be on a 1-year deal, maybe a 2-year deal. But I know Rose isn't, I think what he's going to be offered is going to be between, I would think between 6 to 10 million within 2 years. I think that's reasonable. I think that's something we can get done, and I think we definitely can create some cap for him to come in and have that final season, guys. So with that being said, I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to hear your guys' opinion on Derrick Rose possibly coming back to Chicago, and I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. So guys, it's the weekend. Be safe. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure to drop a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.